You play to win, I play to fight. Let's drop the myths and set a rise. Lives are drawn, eyes on the prize. When we drop the myths and set.
Welcome everybody to an exclusive edition of The Sheriff. Guys, this is another Ice Wars exclusive episode. Ice Wars week is right now, and I have something to say, ladies and gentlemen. It's time! Introducing to you first, he's a heavyweight at 6'1", 278 pounds, hailing from Dundalk, Ontario. He is a hockey player with over 200 career fights, 1,500 career penalty minutes. His message to the world is, get my crown fitted, I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my first guest, Mr. Corey Allen, a.k.a. the Alley Train. How are you doing, Mr. Allen?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, sir. But now it's time! Introducing to you second, the newest Ice Wars competitor signed, ladies and gentlemen. He hails from Melville, Saskatchewan, weighing in at 6'2", 275 pounds. He is a professional hockey player with over 500 career fights. He is one of the best and respected current fighters in history. He holds the Ice Warriors 2010 championship belt, Le Belt de la LNAH 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Derek the Lion Parker. How are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the awesome intro again.
Guys, I have too much fun with this. I will get better with the Michael Buffer style announcements. Trust me. Guys, I am ecstatic that you're both on. Corey, Derek, welcome to the show. Okay. First things first, Parker, I got some really big questions for you, buddy, because you're the newest signee. But Corey, tell me quickly, Corey, how did you find out about this? Who did you talk to first? Was it AJ? Was it Charlie? Tell me a little bit about this, my man.
Yeah, I was just cruising Instagram. I follow the Trashers, and because who wouldn't, right? Who wouldn't follow them? And I was following them. I saw it all of a sudden pop up on their page one day, and right away I'm like, I gotta try and get in this. Like, this is a sport I've been waiting for my whole life. So I sent in a couple of videos. I mean, I play in a league that we don't have much for video, so I sent in some of that. Sent in some fight pictures. Sorry, language there. And here we are.
Here we are, man. Here we are. And here we are. It is Monday. And dude, I just found out that Derek the Lion Parker has just signed a contract to be in Ice Wars International. The Lion, when was this official, my man?
Probably last night around 10 p.m. maybe.
Yes, sir.
I just finished my league playoffs. We lost in 4. And I'm fresh too. I didn't get used. I didn't have a fight in the last series, so I'm fresh and not coming in with any injuries or anything. So I talked to somebody earlier that if I got eliminated, they were looking for another heavyweight. So I jumped on the opportunity. I love hockey fighting, and this is a great sport.
Oh man, is it ever a good sport, Parks? Like, this is a new sport, and it's funny that you just said that, because Corey, Derek, what I'm gonna do is, this stuff is so exciting, guys. It's a little bit overwhelming for listeners that haven't been caught up, that haven't heard an Ice Wars episode before. They're probably like, whoa, what's happening here? Is this boxing? Is this UFC? Is this hockey? What are they talking about? Can they clarify it a little bit? So I'm going to do that right now, guys. So I'm going to explain to the listeners exactly what you guys are participating in. And then trust me, I'm picking the heck out of your brains to find out what you guys think. So ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming event, Ice Wars International, which is taking place May 21st in Enoch, Alberta, at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Now, Ice Wars is a new combat sport, guys, that can be best described as prize fighting on ice. It's about taking an old-aged part of our game, which many fans absolutely love, and making it the main event. Corey, Derek, when I say these words, how do you guys feel, man? What's happening right now? Either one of you, go ahead.
I've been pretty pumped since it came out. Like for me, it's just, you know, I was never making it to the NHL. I didn't have the hockey talent, but I had everything else that came with it. So for a fourth line guy, I'm just pumped and ready to see what I got here.
Hey, man, don't just say for a fourth line guy, man. We're all fourth liners here. This is a fourth line movement, man. Right, Parksy?
No kidding, exactly.
So, okay, guys, so listen, this is what I want to get into right off the bat, because we do have Derek Parker here. He is a current professional hockey player. He is the current holder of Le Belt in the LNAH. He is also the holder of the 2010 Ice Warriors belt, which was the most similar event other than 2006 to this event. So now, Derek Parker, over 500 career fights. Do you feel more comfortable competing in something like this, where we're using UFC gloves, where everything is organized, where you know what's going to happen, there's no surprises, you're completely insured, I can go on forever and ever. Is safety one of the reasons why this is attractive to you, that you can show your skills and be safe at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. I think it makes it a little safer. I think Corey is like me, loves to fight. He probably grew up, like he said, like when they made the sport, they made it for him. It's a sport he's been waiting for his whole life. I remember as a kid, I used to love to cage rage and have battles with my friends. That's what I love to do, to battle. And I've participated in MMA and boxing and a whole bunch of things. But definitely using the MMA gloves makes a hell of a difference. I love hockey fighting and I want to keep it in, but it is pretty crazy to think that, I go out and have bare knuckle fights, on a weekly basis in the hockey world. And, it's definitely a good thing. You got the right people in place, the medical staff and everything I know is going to be around there. And have been around fight. It's sanctioned by a fighting commission, so it really is a good thing.
Corey, are you comfortable with this safety, brother?
Oh, I'm super excited, super comfortable about it, because like I came from a league where when I first started in my early 20s, it was, you didn't have visors. You had the helmet. You could take a helmet off if you were squaring up with a guy, and you were good to go. And then we had a whole bunch of eye injuries. Out come the visors. Then there was the AAA, the Allen Cup area. There was a fight, I'm going to say maybe about 2007, 8. I could be a bit off. And, there was something that happened in that fight. So that came into our league, and, it started eliminating the fighting. We got extra penalties, got everything else. And now you're hitting the visors. So, beating the crap out of our hands. Like I know Tip was on here. Tip and I had a good battle this year, and the pictures of our visors after, and the carnage from the visors compared to our actual hands and everything, just insane.
It disgusts me to see when visors, like if I have a fight in the middle of the game, that we don't square off, I take off the helmet because it's just absolutely like hard for me to think of hitting the visor. It sucks. I'm sorry you got to go through that.
100%. Parks, one of the things that we were mentioning like before, like about the safety, is just the fact that, like, brother, I remember fighting you, man, in a tournament similar to this. And, the first round went, I think you won the first round. I won the second round. Both of them were crazy rounds. And then, oh my God, we got to go to a third round. And I remember thinking, like, man, if I didn't have these gloves on, there would be some big problems here. I wouldn't be confident to throw 100%. I wouldn't be confident to be doing the things that I would normally do. But because of the protection that we had, I had that confidence. And Derek Parker, our third round, I believe, was fight of the night in that tournament, right? Remember that, bro? Yeah. So, like, I found that it brought the most out of us. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that for sure. It definitely
100%.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Corey, like you've never done something like this before. Are you imagining what it's going to be like? Are you just riding the crest of the wave? How are you approaching something like this, my man?
I go back to that. I'm super stoked about it. I can't be more excited about how it's come out, how it's being promoted and getting into it and knowing that, the protection's 100% there. It's there. Like I said, with us having the visors before and now we got the visors off, we got the gloves there. It's just, I don't think I've actually been more prepared going into a fight because I don't have the concern of, oh, am I going to break a knuckle on this? So like,
Right.
like we still hit hard, but the protection's definitely there compared to a bad shot that you might stroke a helmet with or something. Right. So definitely feeling pumped. Like,
Awesome, buddy. Hey, I'm excited hearing you guys because I could feel the intensity right through the video. You guys are unreal. So now the Lion Derek Parker, this guy's been playing every weekend. He fought probably one of the biggest, strongest guys in the world right now just a couple weeks ago. 4 fights in like a weekend. Okay, so he's kind of game ready, fight ready, right now. Corey, what have you been doing to prepare for this? Because you haven't just finished your season now, have you?
no, so we're out about a month ago, give or take, but I've been on the ice every chance I get. I'm on the synthetic ice because that's a whole different animal. So I'm on the synthetic ice. I got a buddy, Jamie Ferris. He coached a bunch of pro Canadian boxers, so I got him in my corner here helping me out, teaching me some boxing stuff, cleaning up some of my stuff. And I can't give you too much detail. I'm trying to dethrone the crown here.
I hear you.
And yeah, just doing some on ice training with that and balancing, and yeah, it's just giving her. I've never been so excited to actually get back into, I'm gonna say, playing shape in a sense to compete at something like this. So yeah.
Corey Parks, check this out, okay? The ICEWARS thing is going to be monstrous and revolutionize combat sports in North America. It's got all the right people involved to be a smashing success. Who doesn't want to see 2 hockey players meet at center ice and pummel each other? I go to hockey games and wait the entire time for that to happen. Now I don't have to wait anymore, nor will you. Okay? That is from a fan of ICEWARS that's been developed. No. When you guys hear that, isn't this just incredible? Isn't it isn't it? People weren't ready for this back in 2006, Parks. Like when because Parks, you competed in the 2006 event, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you believe that society at that time, now just think about it. Think about all the criticism of the UFC. Oh my God, they're so barbaric. I can't believe you guys watch the men fighting each other like that. People weren't ready. Now you got Jake Paul, Conor McGregor, all these big characters that have made fighting like a mainstream thing now. This is the time, guys. You guys are in the first ever event. You're going to be announcing the second event probably this week. It's probably going to be in August. It's just a rumor, so nothing's confirmed. But guys, this is something that's rolling off the tracks, fresh, new. There's been similar things before, but not put together like this. Not with the mindset that this is going to be a continuous thing. I believe this is going to affect mainstream professional hockey. I believe that people are going to have a new appreciation for this. People are going to be reminded how much we love this. And now we don't have to wait. Guys, congratulations for being a part of this. Thank you for being a part of it, right? We're all in this together. I couldn't even be more excited than that. Parker, you competed in the first one. You competed in the one that I was in, 2010. Now you're at the ICEWARS. There must be a different feeling towards this. All the promotions that you've seen, podcast team they put together, all those all-star judges. This is some pretty cool stuff, Parks, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like a real great organization. with the right guys in place. And he's got to put the good team together. It seems like there's a good Ice Wars team with yourself included on there. And I think AJ is really passionate about it. And
But yeah,
it's a good thing that he wants to keep it going and he's making something of it, you know, to do it over and over. I think is definitely a place for it. Like you say, I think it could affect hockey or mainstream hockey is going to affect it because the fighting is leaving, you know. Like I was just in the LNH and we had 4 games in the final and there was no fight. There was one fight.
it was one.
And yeah, Paquette had a fight. And
Was it Waitier with Waitier?
I can't remember. Might have been but like we said on our last show, you know, guys like us and that go out and do it are kind of dinosaurs that they're leaving. So, but there's a sport for guys to come in and do it now, and guys are going to be training and doing it specifically for this reason, you know, and to be part of this, you know. I'm going to be the champ, so everybody be shooting after me after this one. Or Corey, I don't know. He seems pretty tough too.
I love this confidence, guys. Hey, remind the listeners, Corey, I want you to be on this too. One thing I want the listeners to understand is that, guys, these guys are absolute warriors. These guys fight for pride. They fight for respect. They fight for their families. There's a lot of things that they fight for, okay? Now, the one thing that I appreciate is that, especially in Finland, we were all hanging out before the event, Parks. Remember that? They were showing us how things were going to go and, you know, this and that. It was like we were all tourists, all friends from high school, and we're all hanging out. We got our arms around each other. We're smiling, laughing, pointing. And then that night, we absolutely threw down, bro, and it was unreal, man. That is something of beauty, isn't it, Parks?
Yeah,
Corey?
took the bus to the event to stay together, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So
go ahead,
okay.
Corey.
Yes. Yeah, Corey, sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm just saying, yeah, that's yeah. I've been in a similar situation where, you know, I went to a different team and my line mate and one of my best buddies 4 years. And that first game in, here we are, we're best buddies, and you know, we get a couple pops after the game, but we went full tilt on her. So what are you gonna do?
It's a beautiful thing. So now, before my next question, guys, I just want to fill this in as well. The fighters must wear full hockey gear from skates to helmets, and they'll be using 4-ounce MMA-style gloves. Each bout is comprised of 2 one-minute rounds. There is no headbutting, kicking, or biting. And if anyone falls to the ice, their opponent can no longer strike them. There will be a total of 7 bouts the first evening. Now, this was announced before they announced the grudge matches. So we got to consider that there's some grudge matches too, which make the night even more interesting, right, Mr. Parker? So as I mentioned, me and Parks won fight of the night in that event. So I'm assuming we're going to have the same thing. If no one's thought of that yet, I got to call AJ right now and make sure that that's a prize, because as many things as you guys can aim for or be rewarded for, I'm in vote for, right? And I'm sure the judges and everyone, Charlie, Jimmy, AJ, everybody wants the most for the fighters here. And that's what I love about this.
That's awesome.
So guys, okay, I want you guys to talk about one at a time exactly what your plans are. Now, Parker, you might not be able to answer because you just found out. But like Corey, for example, are you coming with an entourage? Are you coming with a corner? Are you doing that type of stuff like a boxer or an MMA warrior?
So right now, I gotta bring the wife.
Right on, hey man. Hey,
you know,
a wife could be the strongest corner, man. Woman.
Hey. So, and that's not a complaint, actually. So she's coming. She's in for everything that I do. She thinks it's a great thing too. So hey,
and what's her name? That's Corey.
Melanie.
Yeah. The Mel Train, buddy. You guys are a tough team, man. I'm telling you, man. That's intimidating, knowing the dude's wife is right by his side.
Yeah, and then I got a few I was out west for a while. Like I lived out there and I used to be on the rigs and stuff. So I got a bunch of buddies that are hopefully coming. So we'll see. They've been talking to me about it. There's a few guys that actually used to live here that now live out there, and they're like, "Hey man, like, can you get us some tickets? Like, hook us up. What can you do?" I'm like, "Hey, you're gonna have to pay the price, and it's gonna be worth paying to what you see." So
Hell yeah, man. And A Park, so with you and La France, La France, he's coming too. I believe Martin Tremp is coming as well.
Who? No,
Tremp?
I don't think he is anymore.
Okay, so he's not anymore, but La France is in though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Parks, with you and La France, both from the LNAH, you guys played on the same team, man, right?
We were the same team, yeah.
You guys are both on Laval. I wasn't sure if he got traded or whatever, but he was on Laval too. But he plays for that Metal team as well, right?
Yeah, he played the league underneath while
Yeah.
I was there, kind of.
Okay, right on. Are you guys pretty good buddies or what?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a teammate, but like you said, it's not like we don't drop the gloves.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But that would make it, see, to me, that kind of thing is even more interesting. Like, I'd rather fight a guy that I know like you, Parker, because we're both going to go all out anyway. But I know that you're not going to kick me in the face. I know that you're not going to try to knock my teeth out with a knee if we both come down or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I'd rather fight a guy that I know, bro, because I know it's going to be a clean, honest, all-out fight. Do you guys agree with that?
I agree.
yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
Right on, man. So Parker, man, this is really fresh, bro. Like, what are you thinking, man? Like, has it been able to settle in yet, or what?
Yeah, well, I've been around. It's not my first rodeo at this, right? And he was asking about my entourage. I think my brother lives outside Edmonton in Fort Saskatchewan. My older brother, Scott. So it's a little bit bigger. I'm hoping he's going to be there. And like we're trying to work out details because it's short notice and guys got work and family and stuff. But my best friend, Chad Hakey, who I played with, he came and played in Quebec even a year with me, but I played junior in Melville, who's just led the league in goals, but he was probably the second toughest guy in the league in the SJ that year when I was there. And and then his brother too is a good friend of mine, Brett, who has combat experience. Like he's fought Muay Thai and done a lot of stuff. He's been my corner in MMA before. And I think those two guys are going to be coming out with me too. So I'll have some old boys that, that have been on the bench I've gone out and fought a couple times. So that's what I'm looking for on my entourage.
Awesome. So Scott, just so the listeners can remember, the same name as the original sheriff, Scott Parker, but this is Derek Parker's brother, though, Scott. But he's also the same gentleman that's responsible for making this Derek the Lion Parker so goddamn tough, man. Hey?
Yeah,
In their whole childhoods, ladies and gentlemen, right?
Yeah, exactly. Grew up with him.
Hey, Corey, do you have a situation like that, like with your siblings, that they might have toughened you up at a younger age than most?
Oh yeah, so I'm actually the youngest, and
my
brother. We had a driveway that's about a quarter of a mile, and I think he beat me up about 17 times every time we got off the bus before we got to the top. But then one day, it didn't happen for him anymore, and I've been on the winning side ever since. And then not to mention his buddies, being the younger sibling, all of his buddies come over and so let's beat up the little brother. They don't mess around anymore.
I want to talk about your guys' sizes a little bit because I just want to make sure like how close I was in the intro. So I guess Parks, we'll start with you, buddy, because you fluctuate quite a bit, right? How much are you tipping the scales in right now? Because there's some really big boys in this tournament.
I was on a scale yesterday. I don't know how accurate the scale was, but it was I was 260.
Okay, so you're a slim 260 now, because I know that you had gotten up to like 275, 280, right, Mr. Parker? Earlier in the year?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay, buddy. So the second round is going to be strong for Parks now because he shaved off that 15, 20 pounds. Mr. Allen, I know you're one of those big boys that I'm talking about. What are you tipping in at right now, bro?
So I was actually, before this just got announced, and I was actually tipping at 290, 292.
Holy, bro.
I'm actually stepping probably I did a weight today, and I'm hitting 270. So
Wow. Okay.
uh,
But you're sick. Are you 6'6"? Is that what I said earlier?
no, I'm only 6'1". No, I'm just a little guy.
Okay, so 6'1",
6'1".
6'6". I think I got 6'6" Sawyer, Justin Sawyer in my mind. 6'6" Sawyer. 6'1", 260 right now. You
270. 6'1",
270. Okay, 6'1", 270. You're comfortable with that weight? Because I know that you were higher before, so do you feel a little quicker now?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So I was trying to get some of that. Wow, I wasn't in the best shape, so I was trying to get some of that trimmed down, get a little speed back up, and I don't want to be too bulk for these guys. I want the speed.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Parksy, what's the game plan for the next couple days? I mean, obviously there's no training. It's too close to the event for that, right?
Well, there's still some training. You can train, like I'm not talking intense, but gonna keep warm every day. Do what you do, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stretching.
I've done this enough time. I've done it for boxing fights. I've done it for MMA fights. The one thing is there's no weigh in. Like, well, none that we have to hit anything. Like, I remember that would be kind of a big hurdle before an MMA fight when I'd be dropping 20 pounds of water, trying to hit 185.
Yeah, buddy.
That I'd be in the sauna or in a pod bath sweating the day before, so we don't have to go through that. I'll be tight. I think I'm leaving Friday morning. I think they're going to have some weigh-ins, some inaugural weigh-ins or whatever, to have us announcement and stuff, and then I should make it just in time for that on Friday.
That's pretty cool. Corey, what day are you coming in, big guy?
Yeah, I think I'm on that Thursday night flight, so I'm in there Thursday night. So yeah,
nice. I'm coming in Thursday night, so I'll be there. When both of you gentlemen get there. Man, I'm so excited for this. Like the first time I see every participant, I'm just gonna grab you guys, put you in a headlock, and say, "Welcome to the team." I'm so pumped, guys. Parks, I can't believe you're in this now, man. Corey, I'm looking so forward to meeting you, buddy. And I know this was short notice, guys, but trust me, the listeners appreciate this. We have a whole audience of ICEWARS fans that have now become fans of our show. And they ask us, when's the next competitor coming on? We want to learn more. We want to do this. So them just hearing from you guys, like Parks, obviously, you've been around forever. Just being able to put a face to the name, it's a really big deal. Not in your case, Parks, but Corey, I'm telling you right now, our audience is so excited they have met you, bro. And they're going to be cheering all of you guys on. This is very exciting. I've been saying to the other guys that you guys are like the OGs of ICEWARS. This is the first event, ladies and gentlemen. This is so awesome. And I know I'm repeating myself. I want to thank you guys both for coming on. Do you guys have anything else to say to the world before the episode ends?
I'll just go. Like, how great is this? I got to be on the best show here because it's two legends. I mean, I might not be as well known, but
I appreciate that.
To be on here with you two legends, and I'm about to be the third legend here this weekend, I think. So
yeah,
bro.
There it is.
Thank you, Corey.
I got to chat with Corey a little before he even came on, and he seems like a great guy. And I'm looking to, hopefully, it's me and him. I don't know. There's Swanson, Curtis Swanson's in it too.
Yeah,
and I
Swanee's in it.
In Finland, and we played together, and then we went all day. We went shopping. I made sure he got a nice pair of shoes for the event, and he ended up in the final. Me and him in the final. So I'd be happy if it's anybody in there. I guess that, well, Curtis and Corey so far. I haven't met all the other guys. It's going to be different than a lot of the time. Most of the guys we knew out in Quebec and from in Finland.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too bad I missed the Thursday night because I know when we got to Finland on a Wednesday, we all went out for beers and, and I met a nice Finnish girl and it was fun. But I don't know, I'm a little old for that. A little older now, but that was a good time when we had in Finland. So I'm sure we'll have the same good time here in Edmonton.
Oh, we're gonna have such a good time in Edmonton. I can't wait, man. This is so everything is so well prepared. I've been having meetings with like the executives and stuff, and I just feel so blessed to be a part of it because it's so well organized, guys. And like I said, as soon as you guys get in, please hit my phone because I want to put you guys in those headlocks. Even though I might be getting beat up every time, I'm still doing it, man. So I want to thank you guys up for coming on again. I want to thank the listeners for tuning into another episode of The Sheriff featuring special guest Derek Parker, the Lion, who is the title holder for the 2010 Ice Warriors belt, as well as Le Belt LNAH 2022. The two belts are on the line. He is coming for the crown, ladies and gentlemen. And I also want to thank Mr. Corey Allen, a.k.a. the Alley Train. We're going to sign out right now, guys. Woo!